She saved me when we were kids. Saved me twice.
How'd she save you?
When we went to the first water slides over there in Manteca, and we were with another family, and I hung on the side of Raymond's boat, the little fishing boat. They're going off, and I remember somebody in the boat said, "Can she swim?" And Raymond's, "Oh yeah, she can swim." Well, so I let go of the boat. I thought I could swim. I didn't know I couldn't swim, and I don't know
How old
why.
are you?
Like 5, and I couldn't dog paddle. So when I was going, "Wait, help!" and they were just laughing and kept going.
Yeah.
They never stopped. I thought, okay, that's it. I'm going to die. I'm going to see my master right now. I couldn't dog paddle, and then I'm looking and I see Yvonne on an inner tube. So I will save you, because she couldn't swim either. And she's going like this. I'll never forget her face. It's like,
I remember her doing her eyelashes with a needle and separating them one by one.
and Yvonne, I would have drowned it. Yvonne saved a baby too in Santa Cruz. There's like these little rivers of water that would go to the ocean, and everybody, all the kids played in that crappy water right there. There's this kid, and he was just floating head down. I mean, parents like just weren't around, you know. Floating head down, Simone and I picked the baby up, and the baby was crying. It was like, and was choking. I went, oh, put him right back down like that.
In that time she was coming home with a lot of stuff, like 2 pairs of shoes, the same kind, exactly. And I would say, why will you buy 2 pairs of shoes, exactly the same kind?
And I just put him right back down. I didn't know. Yvonne came over. No, you can't do that. Picked up the baby, put him on the side, and he was just crying, just sat there on the side, and I didn't get it. I had no empathy for nothing when I was a kid. I admit that. I had none. Pull wings off flies. I was a horrible person.
Well, that was strange. I mean, you don't buy 2 pairs of shoes exactly the same.
We don't even sleep in the same room. I sleep in the living room. She sleeps in the bedroom. It's been like that for 15 years.
Yeah.
You know? Doesn't bother me none. She's just I think she's my soulmate, you know. I'm supposed to take care of her. I wish I could take care of her better, but...
One of the supervisors called the house and said, please come. There is something wrong with Yvonne. I said, what is it? Well, she is locked in the bathroom, and she's been there for hours.
I'm supposed to take care of her.
And often she will be yelling and screaming or something, and other times she will be laughing, but she just won't get out of the bathroom.
Yvonne couldn't go towards the end. I don't think she could go neither, because she had a tumor in there. They were calling, how could she have gone out? I'm surprised she even went to the bathroom.
And I went to Chenko, and good enough, I said, Yvonne's mom, you have to open the door. You've been there for a long time. What are you doing? It was an expression in the face that I have never seen before. Her eyes were bulging out, and it was terror. It was really terror.
The voices.
No, look at these people. They're talking about me. And the one from start getting out and going to tables. What are you saying
that day,
to me?
that night,
What are you looking at?
everybody promised Yvonne she can go home. She didn't want to go to the hospital. Everybody promised. And now they're going to keep her another day? Fuck, I was going crazy. I was about to drive down there. I don't think I've ever been so crazy in my life.
Ready? You say, yeah, you can go in the kitchen and get it. I cook a pork chop. Well, the pork chop was in the dishwasher, raw.
And then those girls still in their clothes and stuff, so I just thought that there's some more I could do for Yvonne. Maybe I could have done some more, you know?
What has happened, Yvonne? Do you broke something? No answer. all of a sudden, Ivan came from behind him.
It was horrible. So I knew when Yvonne was throwing up, that makes me sad too, because I know that must have what she's thrown up. It must have hurt her throat so bad because it hurt mine.
It was with a beer barrel, not a knife, something. And she just really went for his neck from the back. So he put the arm like this.
But see,
and he was.
but see, I met Yvonne. Yvonne was like that. So I knew how Yvonne was. I loved Yvonne for Yvonne. So I accepted her for, you know, I knew that wasn't her doing that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I knew it wasn't her. So that's why me and Yvonne had such a good relationship. You know.
The doctors always talk about insight. Does the patient have any insight into her condition?
She'd be standing in line at the grocery store. You want to be over here paying for groceries on another line. Well, you looking at that bitch? You want to die?
She cannot stand the eyelashes being clamped together. Just separated, one by one.
Voices.
It's like she's possessed.
Yvonne, we're looking for Yvonne. You know, we knew that the ambulance took her to Good Samaritan Hospital, but that's all we knew. So we called up the mental facility in Good Sam and said, you know, we'd like to come in and see our daughter. Who's your daughter? Yvonne Larson.
Yvonne never complained though. She was in pain.
And,
She was in a lot of
She
pain.
was in a lot of pain.
she was just brought over there. We don't have an Yvonne Burback here. Well, but we know that the ambulance took her to Good Sam. All right, we don't have an Yvonne Burback here. Well, was she sent somewhere else? We don't have any information on Yvonne Burback. How do we find out where she is?
And just separated, one by one.
Voices.
It's like she's possessed.
Yvonne, we're
See,
looking for
the sheriff's
Yvonne.
nothing. They never put down that she's sick or anything like that, so she gets in front of the judge, and the judge just thinks she's a fucking. Until last, you know, I get up there, and last time I told him, I got up there and talked to the judge, and the judge looks at the sheriff and he says, "Now I understand." And he looks at the sheriff and he says, "Now I understand."
And
you know?
we saw, I remember, here's the lobby area, which is fine, and we're looking for Yvonne. Where's Yvonne? Well, they don't know. They're looking around, they're checking, and they find her over in this little alcove area. And it was like a big hall that had a little room off to the side, and the room was dark. And I remember people just sort of, well, they were all smoking there or whatever. But it was just sort of people were squatting or on little cushions or a hill. In my mind, there's a hill, but probably wasn't. But it was just a yucky environment because it was just a whole bunch of people that have mental problems, and they're just being put off to the side, basically, because the staff there really doesn't want to bother with them, you know. So just get them somewhere where they're going to be quiet, fine, let them smoke, let them do whatever else. And I remember that place to me was offensive. And they had said this was one of the best places in this area.
Yeah, I take it.
But that's that's a law thing, man.
Yeah, they killed the guy. They killed the guy in jail because he was schizophrenic. You know.
Oh, well, they shouldn't go to jail. They should go to
The one that fucking
mental health.
San Francisco. Yeah, they should go to John George.
Yeah, John George.
Mm-hmm.
Who is this?
A place where people basically are kept.
I was just about to get in my car and go down there. If nobody's gonna get her out, I was gonna go get her out. It's crazy.
Say, well, when's she going to get better?
They
Maybe
they're
there's
out
a
here.
way to
They know when
solve
she
her problems. To
she has a
fix
demon
her.
voice come out of her.
What do you
Her
mean?
voice, the devil. Her voice totally changes. She sounds just like the devil, doesn't she?
Who?
Yvonne.
Talks like her, yeah. Sometimes.
So nobody's saying this is it for the rest of her life. They're just saying, well, yeah, it takes time. You don't know, blah, blah, blah.
They're all getting charged with murder now. San Francisco, they shot that one guy with the knife.
The voices. Voices.
Yvonne, I mean, she did good. She did everything everybody said, and every time she goes to the hospital and they say, we'll let you out, you know, the next day they never do. And this time they promised her. She goes, and she's yelling, you promised! Remember?
Yeah.
Ah! I was going, fuck, man. You know, oh man, I was hysterical.
He told me something I will never forget.
The voices.
He said, your daughter died. She's dead. You bury her. You went through all the mourning process, and one day you are walking down the street and you meet somebody who looks like your daughter, who reminds you of your daughter, and you decide, oh, this poor kid, you know, I'm going to be her ally.
And I stuck with it through thick or thin.
Have support, and it's the only way you're going to survive this.
She's actually a sweetheart. You know? Just, sometimes she gets in those moods.
And fill up paperwork like giving up in our daughter, saying, we cannot keep taking care of her. We don't know how. We don't have the means, and we are scared that she's going to get hurt.
No, the hospital can build a bed stay. There's no other reason to keep her. No other reason. The doctor said she's dying in 7 days. She died 7 days later. So why keep her there? She would have lost a whole day. She was so happy when she got out, too.
She was so happy.
She just wanted to go home. You know, it's all she just wanted to be home.
And she was going down to a 7-Eleven, which was nearby half a mile away or something like that. So she would walk over to the 7-Eleven every day because she could get, you know, her big gulp of Coke, which would give her a whole bunch of caffeine, or she could go in and get the gigantic coffees and free refills or whatever. And that was where she met Michael, was at that 7-Eleven. And I don't know where he was or what his story was.
She's standing in front of that 7-Eleven on Gable in Warren Springs, off the 1 Street Board in Fremont. She's in the boarding care home right up the road, their old turn of the century mansion. So she comes out every morning for coffee and cigarettes. Because schizophrenics, if there's one thing in the world they have to have their coffee and their cigarettes. And I used to ride my little Yamaha YSRs. I used to ride that to my mom's house over there on Scott Creek Road. And I always stopped at 7-Eleven and played Keno. And there she was standing out front. And from that day on, we were inseparable. Huh. We were inseparable.
The voices. And the voices would be telling her things.
There's a lot of other things that went on you don't know about. And
she was surprised. Well, this is not mine.
But I'll never forget that. And so Yvonne, we all went to Mexico, and Yvonne was walking out to the water. We were told we couldn't go in the water that way. We had to go over there. We didn't know why. So we walked, Yvonne sunk in the oil. It was like slush, right? Yvonne went straight down, like up to her waist. And she's screaming, goodbye, world, goodbye, world. And I remember she saved me. And I don't know why I had empathy that time, because I'd never had it for anything else ever. I went, I'll save you. And I went running in there, boom, down I went, right? So both sitting there, goodbye, world, and we're crying. know, we thought we were dying, Simone. And then Yvonne goes, oh, wait, if you just move your feet a little bit, you can go. And so Yvonne's going like this, and we're going like this. And there's by then all the adults, everybody's watching us because nobody wants to get in there and get us because it's all gross oil, right? And so we're getting there, we're moving, we're getting there. We got to the store, we're all happy. Fuck, we got in so much trouble.
And I was sick to her for, when she was, I knew she was sick. You know? But she was my baby, that's all that mattered. That's all that mattered.